So hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how can we add a ribbon buttons on the entity level. Entity level in the sense is a home level and form level. Both how can we add it? I will show you. So for this, what we have to do is we need to install ribbon workbench. This ribbon workbench you can download from Google. Just import the solution into CRM. Then open this, launch this ribbon workbench solution. Once you launch, it will look like this and before this just you have to create one solution. So I have created a ribbon button. So this solution I was created. For this solution I'm going to add the entities which we I'm going to add buttons. So in current scenario I'm going to add buttons on the account level. Okay, so I added the account entity table. So in this table, in this account entity, I added only account table with metadata, no other components added. If you see here, there is no other components. If you add any other component, this solution will not load on the ribbon workbench. So make sure no other components should be added to the solution. Okay, and this is my ribbon workbench solution. Now going to open my solution here. By selecting the solution, just click on OK. It will load the solution. Okay, now here we can select the account entity. So I'm going to select the account entity here. Now I'm going to add buttons. If you add button here in the home level, this button will be shown in the home level, here in the home view level it will show. Okay, if you add on the farm level, this will show on the farm level. If after opening the record, here we can see the buttons, right? Here the it will add. So now I'm going to add button on the home level. CLM. So I'm naming it as CLM home. Button name same. Label name same. Okay. So here, if you haven't added any a comment to this button, this button will not visible. Even though if you publish this solution, this button will not visible. So for that, we need to add one command. So I'm clicking by clicking the command plus button. A command will be created. For this also, I'm giving it same name. And this command I'm going to add it here in the comment section. Okay, this is for home level and this is for farm level. For farm level also I'm naming it as CLM CLM, and for this also I'm creating one new command. This is the command. For that command also I'm giving the same name, CLM. Okay, so here I'm referring the command here. Okay, this is how we can add buttons on the farm level and grid level, home grid level. And for this command, so we can, by using these commands, we can add display rules or enable rules, or if you want to add any JavaScript function also, you can add it here. For our case, let me show you. um, so okay, first we will publish these changes. Let it publish. So meanwhile, what I will do is I will add one web resource here. I'm adding one web resource. I'm going to create new one. So here I have two functions. One is home level and another one is farm level. These two functions I'm going to add it here, and I'm giving name type as a JavaScript and display name is ribbon scripts. And this one also I'm giving ribbon scripts. Okay, adding some description, everything we added. Now just save it. Okay, web resource is added to this solution. Let's see here, it is publishing. Okay, solution is published. Let refresh on the form. See, the changes are published now, reflected. The CLM button is showing on the form level, and if you see on the grid level, here also you can able to view home grid level button. So this button we added on the home level, and the other button we added on the form level. Okay, and the subgrid, if you added any subgrid button, so those will be shown under subgrids. Here it will show. Okay, so now we added a functions. Now we are going to add function. I'll click up this button. We can call our javascript and we can execute our logic. Okay, so for that what we have to do is we created one web resource. In this web resource we added our functions. These functions we are going to call on the ribbon button clicks. Okay, so this is our ribbon. Okay, and for this is our command. So in this command what we are going to do is we are calling this javascript. This is our script, and this is our function. Now this function I'm going to call on the form level to call. Okay, for on the form level, to if you want to trigger any javascript functions, we need to pass a parameters, a CRM parameter we need to pass, otherwise this function won't trigger. Because for that function the context will not pass and it will not execute any logic. So for that what we have to do is we need to pass primary control to the function, this function. So in this function here we are taking the primary control. Based on this primary control, in this primary control we can get the context information, like all fields, attribute forms, all this information we will get it in this context. From that context we will based on this context we can add our logic, we can execute our logic. For that reason we need to pass primary control, otherwise it won't work. Okay, for this I added primary control. And now for the CLM home also, this is our command. For this command I'm adding ribbon. This one, web resource just now we created, right? So I'm calling this web resource. In this web resource I'm calling this function on this. Here also we can pass parameters, like here we have different parameters. Here also we can pass a control, primary control or selected item IDs, all the things we can pass it here. Okay, currently I'm passing selected controls or item count. Selected IDs count I'm passing, because whatever the records we selected in the grid, those record IDs it will show. Or if you want to show the count, you can show the count option. Okay, and publish it, because we added our function that function we are calling on the button. Okay, let it publish. Okay, now it is published. Let's see how it will work. Just refresh on the form. Do one or two twice. Sometimes it won't reflect. So I'm clicking on this button. Nothing is happening. For that, we have to. We can also check source. Let it hard refresh. If you see here, the home button got reflected, and our JavaScript function is triggered, and it is showing the alert. Okay. The similar way on the form level also, it will on button click, it will show the alert. So this is how it will work. This is how you can add buttons, and you can add JavaScript functions on the buttons, and if you want you can add display rules as well. Let's say if you want to show this button, or if you want to add any display rule for this button, you can add display rules here by clicking display rules, add new display rule. Here you can, these are the display rules we have. Okay, now the solution is not loading because we added web resource, right? So we need to remove this one, then only this will be load. So non-entity component is showing now. Okay, so anyway we have add we can add buttons, and we can add web resource like this. Okay, thank you.